Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of my record collection. Today we'll be doing part 2 for Pink Floyd's The Wall. In this episode, we'll be following Pink and talking about what each song means in his famous concept album. As I said in the last episode, Pink is a rock star modeled after Roger Waters and Syd Barrett. Waters got the idea for this album while performing large venues on tour and feeling disconnected from the audience, as if there was a wall between them. He put these feelings into music and created the story of Pink. The album begins with Pink imagining fans entering a concert, and then it goes into his background. With the song In the Flesh, you could hear that Pink's father was killed in a World War II battle when Pink was just a baby. The Thin Ice shows how Pink was raised by a single mother. With the death of his father, Pink began to place bricks in a metaphorical wall in Another Brick in the Wall Part 1. As Pink ages, he faces abusive teachers in The Happiest Days of Our Lives, and with that abuse, he places more bricks in his wall in Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. Pink is now an adult at this part of the album, and thinking back about his overprotective mother in his song Mother, and about how he lived through the Blitz, a German bombing campaign in World War II, through Goodbye Blue Sky. Pink marries and is still getting close to the completion of his wall with empty spaces. As he gains fame and begins to tour, he has casual sex with groupies and lives a separate life from what his wife knows, in Young Lust. At the end of the song, he finds out by a man answering the phone call to his wife that his wife is being unfaithful as well, and falls into a violent rage through One of My Turns. When he calms, he begins to feel depressed and trapped in the room as shown in Don't Leave Me Now, where he starts to put every other traumatic experience into his wall with Another Brick in the Wall Part 3. With that, his wall is complete, and he is in complete isolation as shown with Goodbye Cruel World. Pink began to question his decisions about his wall with Hey You, and he locks himself into his hotel room in Is Anybody Out There? Pink turns to his possessions to comfort in Nobody Home, and started to want to reconnect with his roots in Vera. He flashes back to his childhood as people demand for soldiers to be brought home in Bring the Boys Back Home. Back to the present, Pink's band and manager manage to get into the hotel room, and paramedics inject him just enough so that he can perform with Comfortably Numb. As he performs in his drugged up state, he begins to hallucinate in The Show Must Go On. He believes he's a fascist dictator in the concert is a neo-Nazi rally. With the In the Flesh, he sets brown shirt-like men on fans he believes are unworthy. He then attacks ethnic minorities in Run Like Hell, and holds a rally in suburban London as he falls into insanity with Waiting for the Worms. His hallucination then stops, and he begs for everything to stop and stop. He feels guilty about the hallucination and places himself on a mental trial in The Trial. The trial's determination was that he had to tear down his mental wall and go back to the outside world with Outside the Wall. An interesting thing lyrically is that the album makes a full circle, with the last words being, Isn't this where? And the first words being, We came in. Thank you for coming to my episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to hear more content like this, just let me know. Peace.